All right. G'day, legends. TJC Sports here. Welcome back to another legendary NRL live stream reaction here. Tonight, we're reacting to our only stream of the night, the West Tigers versus the New Zealand Warriors. Probably our only stream for the men's this round in general due to timing. Legends won't be able to do Sunday for personal reasons. Parramatta, of course, play on the Saturday. We'll try to do the very early at around 12:45, I think it is, girls game between the Cowboys and the Tigers, ironically, right, legends? You pick up a Tigers bet at that point, but no. Should be a good week all around, legends, for you guys in terms of content. Rugby fella jumps into chat and says, first Luke Lilly Cup. Yeah, Luke Lilly Cup all the way, bro. There's always some form of a cup with the Wars, ain't there? Petra, what about favorite new viewers? Petra, been all around the streams lately, hasn't they? Yo, right back at ya. Rugby fella says, let's go. It's been confirmed Jerry will join the Storm. Great news for Storm. Not the best of news if you were hoping that he'd sign with Para like myself. Shane J, hey, in the chat here. How good was Wednesday? Hey, mate, I want you to shush. I want you to hush. I want you to hush, Shane, okay? Hush your lips, all right? Okay, grab that zipper and zip it up, okay? We are not talking about Wednesday. We are not talking about the Blues and finally them getting their win over us in another decider. It's just not happening, mate. Rest of your comment, though, we'll read. What does the rest of it say if it doesn't keep scrolling you down? Tigers to be too tipping wise tonight. Tigers to be too distracted with the Luai rumours. Yeah, the Jerome Luai rumours. We'll get into that a bit in a moment. Crazy stuff, that, by the way. Not the kind of news I expected. It just, within 24 hours after Origin. It happens in our game. Players just come and they go, but ultimately you wouldn't have expected that announcement. He was, of course, committed to PNG from 28 onwards, but you would have thought he would have stayed for that 27 season. Crazy stuff. And haven't been in very good form anyways. They haven't been in very good form anyways. True that, legend. Let's go Tigers, says Petro in the chat here. I love it. Tigers with a Y. Unique stuff there. What did you pick a Bostock's knock on? Ultimately, legend, what can you say? What can you say with that? It happened. It didn't happen. Who really cares? The result is what matters. And at the end of the day, that went in favor of the Blues. We move to the next series now. We don't dread too heavily on it, or at least I don't. I'm not the type of Blueser that's going to stick around with it. I like to try and be a gracious winner and loser. That's why I'm not going to focus too hard on it or complain too much. Ultimately, Queensland, that was not our best game. And honestly, that's probably one of the most deserving Blues wins I've seen in a very long time from the Blues. Probably in my lifetime almost. Jason Reeder says Warriors 1-12. Great prediction there. We love dropping the predictions onto the screen here and then talking about them throughout the game, whether they're correct or wrong. Shane J. Hay with the laughing emojis. You laugh, but I'm talking the facts. I'm talking the facts, Shane. I'm talking the facts. Yo, next year, go the Maroons. Go the Maroons, Petra. Always next year. Rugby fella with the prediction of Wars 1-12. Mate, Wars 1-12. I think that this game is heavily based on media reports going in favor of Wales, but also Jerome Luai is the type of player with the rumors going on right now that would absolutely take it to his advantage and put us in the cleaners with a great game. Next year, up the Roosters tomorrow, says Jason. Oh, mate, I think what you mean is up the Eels 13 plus. Nah, 50 plus. 50, Bob. Come on. Parramatta, baby. We don't need nothing. All right? Okay, they're players. Who do they got? All right, let's... I'm just going to be fun for a second here. You're looking at the Roosters and the Eels tomorrow, all right, before we get into tonight's lineup. What's that? Cody Ramsey? I want to be Eongi, of course. Daniel Tupou? I mean, he's all right, but he's a Para Junior reject. You know who Para didn't reject? Brian the Goat Kelly. BK all the way. He's going to blow yous out. BK. Legends. Josh Adokar, I bet he could out-sprint Marky Mark. There you go. Pezzett versus Pezzett and Volkman, the GOAT at halves. Tuavati, oh yeah, way better. Spencer Leniu, well, he's just going to be an Eel in the future, so who cares about him until he's wearing the better colours. Radley, he's just going to get sent off within 10 minutes. Yeah, look, that lineup, obviously, power all the way, baby. Petra says Reece Walsh will be in the Maroons next year. I think it'll be a great fight between him and Ponga. I'd also love to see some other players get a shout in the near future as well. You're looking at, we are, Legend. We are looking at Luai for next year, if reports are to be believed, and that honestly makes a lot of sense for us as a club. Not too long till kickoff now, due to kick off in 5 minutes. So let's get on with the lineups for this one here. For the West Tigers, we have Dream Buller at fullback with Sunya Taruva and Jarrell Skelton on the wings. Stafford, Toa, and Makasini in the centers. Makasini, what a young talent he is. With Jerome Luai captaining the side with Adam Dwyer in the halves here. Jerome Luai, well, what can be said about Jerome Luai that hasn't been said already, of course? You know, not too long, not even 48 hours after the finish of the 2026 Origin Series, it comes out. Luai's been tapped on the shoulder. He's on his way out. This is his final year with the Tigers. Where he goes, nobody knows officially right now, but the heavy link is the Parramatta Eels. I've understood that a lot of Para fans have been, and fair enough, questionable of the decision if it does happen, because I get it. He called us, he said he was our daddy and things. I'm not forgetting that. But also, this would only be for a year, Para fans. I just want to point that out there. He is an elite Origin level half. You're saying we need to sign big star players who are, you know, in their peak. He literally fits the bill. I understand it's not long term, but I personally believe that when it comes to our 27 season, if we want to be jumping into some sort of competitive category, Mitchell Moses and Jerome Luai have been proven to work as a halves combo. I personally would take it. In terms of the forward pack for this game for the Tigers, we have Terrell May and Bunty Afoa in the props. Shout out to Petra watching from PNG. Appreciate you. We have Lanyon at hooker here. That's interesting. Appy Coruscant, of course, injured, so adds up. With Samuel Afai and Sione Fire in the second row there. Alex Twal at lock for the side, the GOAT, the king himself. With Latu Fire, Vanua Pole, Alex Seifer, Tony Sakar, Tavana, and Jared Hayward on the bench. Hopefully Jared Hayward can get a shout off of the bench. It would be his first NRL game. Petrus is up the Cowboys. Well, tomorrow the Cowboys as a girls team takes on the Tigers. We'll hopefully try to stream that, but we'll see with time. For the Warriors, Legends, Tane to a Beaky at fullback with Charles Nickel Klokstad and Khan Pereira on the wings. In the centers, we have Adam Pompey and Ali Leatua, with our halves being Chanel Harris Tavita and Tamari Martin. Someone had changed the channel on Harris with Fisher Harris and Tanner Stower Smith in the props. Speaking of halves, by the way, 5'8", I think it's Hanson or something from the Warriors. I'm probably making up a name there, but yeah, their young half, one of their young halves recently has signed with the Gold Coast Titans. Big move there for the Titans. I thought he was very talented when he played the Knights. I watched him earlier in the year. In the hooker position, we have one of the NRL's most underrated, Wade Egan. Nearly could have got a blue spot this year. He did get the call that it was a chance, but didn't end up happening. With Leka Alasima and Jacob Labam on the second row edges, in Aaron Clark at lock. As for the bench, it is Sam Healy, Eddie Laramia, Dimitri Vaimoga, Murata Niokore, Luke Metcalf, and Luke Lolili. He still got the Tigers shirts. First try scorer, Ali Leatua, says Rugby Fella. Ali Leatua to get the job done here with the first try scorer. What up, baby? I'm here, fist bump. Yo, Agnes, what up, bro? Fist bump all the way. Welcome to the stream. All right, hopefully we have a good game on show for us tonight in this one here. Very bold going with a first try scorer, Rugby Fella. I think what you should know is that it's actually going to be Jerome Luai every time you stream. Appreciate you, Petra. I hope to see you then all the time. All right, we're going to have some great streams that will keep on coming throughout the rest of the year. We're also streaming every game during the World Cup, so lock yourselves in, all right? I don't think anybody's going to miss those when those are live. Due to kick off in no time flat, Legends. The countdown begins here. Luai, to show that the reports mean nothing to him, he gives 100% for the rest of the year, whether the Tigers want him or not here. It's going to be a big game for Wyatt Raymond to be refereeing, but hopefully he doesn't give us a disgraceful performance this, like some players, coaches, referees have done. 3, 2, 1. Ding, 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 ding. We have kickoff here. Over to the 10-meter line. We are our way here. 1 second. Just got to move my messy pop figure out of my screen's way so I can see. Now to the middle here. Beautiful pass there. Just simple stuff from Leon here. The Warriors begin on the defense here. The West Tigers, May's going to take a tackle on the 20 here on the second now. Announcer, let's go Tigers. I want to hear a go the Tigers from Tigers fans, and I want to hear from the Warriors up the wires. Warriors defending again here on the 4th tackle. Over to the right. Push and shove there. I felt that FUD from here as they land over on the 40. Here. Sounds like I'm singing a song. Here. Sea shanty. She sells seashells by the seashore kind of stuff. And just collected by the Warriors on the left edge here. Khan Pereira with a little bit of a step and go. I guess who wins tomorrow, Roosters or Para? Well, hey, I tipped Para last week and look what happened. All right, I'm not going to stop backing my team. I back them every week, but obviously the Roosters should win. 100% the Roosters should win, Angus. Up the wires, says Liam. Up the wires. But I'm sure Tigers fans will be coming in here as they go. Roosters 13 plus, says Jason Reader. Boo! Boo! Jason, boo! Jason, illiterator! Boo! Eels 13 plus is the only answer, Jason. First try, Pereira, says Petra. A high kick from the Warriors here. Plenty of chase on it. And the Warriors, it's all backwards here. They easily could make something happen here. And saving the day for them. Sunya Taruva, and he does an extra bit of saving. They gets a bit mouthy here as we get a penalty for the West Tigers legends. And what was that for? Okay, so the Warriors, yeah. What was it, the hit on Taruva? I'm trying to figure that out. So Taruva picks up. Either way, I digress. It's time for the Tigers to... it's actually... Okay, yeah, it's a tackle before the ball. It's a Warriors penalty. I was going to say that makes a lot more sense. Now Warriors, over to the 40 here. Just pushing forward. Up the Eels tomorrow, says Liam. Up the Eels tomorrow, mate. Up the Bunnies. We're going to do it for Jairo. Of course you are, Gus. You're never losing again. You're never losing again. You're all doing it for Jairo. And now with Egan out of dummy half here, the Warriors. Tanastoa Smith just pushing forward here. We're in 15 up the line now. And now the Warriors down the middle. Fisher Harris. And he grabs the hook and sees that he took the bait. And he didn't even have to lose his life to get it there. He snatched it from that hook and swam away. The touching of the butt did not sway him. And the Tigers, off of a terrible penalty kick, will have it costing them here. The Warriors go up by 4. The fish just kept swimming fast across the line there. And who was that on his defensive line? It was Luai. Luai and May. Luai caught in a bit of what looks like a bit of a daydream there. Felt a bit hazy. You probably could have drawn a few squiggly lines above his head, and it would have been a classic cartoon caricature. You know what I mean? He snapped that hook and swam away. Swim away! Swim away! And a brilliant run for the straight defensive line. Just don't worry about it. Just do your job. And that was horrible defense from the Tigers. I'm sorry. And the Warriors will draw first light in this game. And it's a simple 4-pointer for Pompey, and he'll guide it through. It was a brilliant short ball. Not too much that they could do there. And it just ends up flopping on them here. 1 second, Ledger just putting up a poll. They still Not a great start from the Tigers, legends. But they still have plenty of time in this game. It is only early. Boom. Yes. Goes higher. No. There we go. Easy stuff. Just had to edit that. Now to the left here, Warriors with the short run. Oh my goodness me. If the pass had gotten off here, Clark to Fish, yo, what a team is playing on what team is playing on Sunday? On the Sunday, legend? You're asking what teams are playing on the Sunday? Oh, well, we got the late game with Storm and Titans, Manly Cowboys, and Rabbitohs Knights. But watch ourselves a second here. We got to run down the right here. Now to the 10. Barely caught here. A low kick from Tamari Martin, and Luai is forced. Is that going to be a penalty for the Tigers? I thought he surrendered and stopped. But the referee is going to say knock on from one of the sides to open up. And it looks like the Tigers here already, even though they're only down by 6, just feeling like they're playing a catch-up game. Ooh. Hang on, there was a bit of a hair pull there on the Warrior. And the Warriors managed to collect the short kickoff here. Nickel Klukstad takes out the dropout. Martin to Stour Smith here. Tower Stour, we like to call him. And that's 3 sets for the Warriors. 4 of the last 5 to them. And the Warriors crashing through the middle now. Clark, they nearly get there, but it wasn't meant to be just yet here. Warriors to the left. I could smell something coming, Martin. And I don't think Martin fully decided whether he was going to go passing or dummying with that one there. And I think the small mix-up in his head messes with him. Angus says, is it just me or does it look like there's more Warriors fans there than Tigers fans? Well, I mean, from the angle or two I've seen, there's definitely a lot of Warriors fans, but you also got to remember the Tigers fans, a lot of them bunch up near the hills. So I doubt that it's necessarily reminiscent of comparable numbers and more so just the angles we've gotten to see, legend. But for now, yeah, a lot more Warriors have been shown on the telly. I will give you that, Gus. And a solid run through the left here for Lully in his cup. Game over to the left with Marcassini. Marcassini couldn't find his way through, though. And at the moment here, it doesn't feel like the Tigers are trying anything too special. They're just kind of expecting something to happen. Bunty Afoa, a bit of an awkward run here. Bunty Afoa Cup too. How could none of you point out that it's the Bunty Afoa Cup as well, legends? I mean, come on. It's Bunty Afoa, the GOAT himself. You know, played 145 games for the Warriors, legends, where he scored 8 tries. Only 5. This is his 6th game tonight for the Tigers. And it's beyond the 30. Was taking over Campbelltown. Genuinely, maybe. And Khan Pereira. Picked up by Luai in the tackle here. Finds the loop around now. They're putting it through that ring. It's on fire. It's a ring of fire. A ring of fire. Now to C&K. Charsicle Clock said, looking to pull out the Lucky Charms. 12, though, too much on him. And the markers, surprisingly, were called square there as Alex Twal, Terrell May, all working in tow. Wade Egan now to the Warriors. They're going to hit it over to the left here. Plenty spit on this one. Sunya Taruva ends up with it. Taruva now. Sprinting. Taruva goes down. Parramatta Eels, Petra. Parramatta Eels. Now at a start for Toa. Toa down. And the Tigers. This is just how the Warriors are going, set for set, doing their thing. An all-explosive play there. Marcassini, go on, Maka. Go on, Maka. Go on, go on. Go on, Maka. Maka down. We got to muck it down, Legends. I repeat, we got to muck it down because we're not muckering around. Plenty of wingers coming back here, trying to put pressure. Dewey with the tackle. And they come into this match, the Tigers, as obviously the lesser of the two teams in terms of form at the moment here. The Warriors to the left here. It's a beautiful pass to Alasima down the left here. Can he run the whole way? No, he cannot. He lands on the 20. And absolutely brilliant there, that run. Started by Khan Pereira. Harris to Vida now. Round to the middle here. Passing around. And it's some great defense here from the Tigers to push them out. And it was Halasima down the touchline. He tries to go through the middle now. Unlike when it was Paramanly, the post will not assist. Now from dummy half, Stowers Smith. And that is a beautiful tackle. Oh my God, beautiful tackle. Sat him down. Stowers Smith. Kayo deserves all the credit in the world. That was better than your favorite treat on a Monday afternoon. And now Jerome Luai. Surely Keeley starts in the back row, says Rugby Fella. Surely for the Storm Rugby Fella. Surely. When we get to Melbourne, of course, that stuff will become prime discussion. And Tigers now working it out here. Over to the 30. Couple beautiful steps there. Fayu playing it on them here. The Tigers, if they could just get one good run out of this, you know, it'd be all worth it for them. And this is good stuff from Luai to Dewey. Dewey around here. Dewey just makes it through for him. Can find the spark here. Only trailing by 6 here. And a ball goes in the air again here. Tigers, Makasini, it did go backwards off him, but CNK was there. Now to the left, through the middle now. He's going to push him off here. Surely, and the referee's going to blow his whistle here. Something did look off here. Nice Achilles starts. If not, maybe late change. Potentially Rugby Fella. We'll have to wait and see, though, on that one. He just goes and spills his lollies there. Ooh. Oh. Afoa absolutely folded him. Oh, my God. You assaulted him, brother. That was brutal. Hang on, Legends. Yeah, he might be going, Legends. He might be going, but that's crazy. But he might be going, I think. Oh, my God. I thought I was going to the bin against his former team. I thought I was going to the bin against his former team. But he's in the bin. Bunty! Bunty's in the bin! What? You're kidding! That's insane! That is a bin! That is a bin! But it's insane that Bunty of all players is in the bin! That could have caused serious injury. It's a good call, but oh my God. Yeah, I've met Micah before, Petra. I have met Micah before when he was at Parramatta. I've been going to all Wheels' home games and away, most of them actually, since 2022. So 22 because that's when I moved to Sydney. Before that, I lived in Melbourne. Yes, I am a Victorian. Great attacker, Sivo. Great attacker. And the Tigers just inviting Warriors down their end of the field here with another glorious penalty here. And with being that man up here, the West Tigers really can't be affording to be giving away these sort of things. Of course, rugby fella. Sin Bin City back in 21. Oof. Like 702 in my Obsidian in my pro team. Do you now? Awesome stuff, rugby fella. Martin goes to Fisher Harris. The lone try scorer tonight so far, Fisher. Aaron Clark. Dummied on his outside here. If he had scored that, it wouldn't have been allowed there. And Fisher Harris. 5 away from the line here. Just goes to the left of the upright. Steps around Pompey. Surely Khan Pereira for the corner. And he slots that one in there for the fans. Khan Pereira gets another. And the Warriors lead 10-0. This is not a good last couple nights to support the Tigers. Again, early days. We're not even halfway through the first half yet. But you can't be doing this early on if you want to go on to eventually win. Games are there to play for 80, not for 40 later on. Khan Pereira, ladies and gents, a winger that I always said was extremely underrated what he could do and what he was doing at Titans. Found that little bit extra. If he found better defense, he'd be perfect, I said. He found a bit more of that passion, and that's what he's got with the Warriors legends. Exactly what he's got. You said it, and it happened, Petra. You said it, and it happened. What a goat. What a legend. Put the crown now. Nice streamer. I do my best, Petra. I do my best. Andrew Webster got some headaches next year for the backline, says Rugby Fella. Oh, most definitely, Rugby Fella. I think that there's going to be some players that will be a little bit out of favour when it comes to next year. I mean, you've got about 4 NRL grade level wingers. It's great for depth, but I highly doubt it's sustainable with the players wanting to play in the NRL. This is a tough kick from the side. And, well, his performance on it shows exactly why we considered it a tough kick there. A mistake, and now out it goes here. Bye-bye. Fun fact, sometimes on my screen, I have my phone next to me and I check up on how my stream's doing. I just got a Pokemon ad for my own stream. What about this YouTube has told you that you should advertise Pokemon? I've got no problem with that, but who's to say when someone's listening to me, they want to hear about Pokemon cards as well? YouTube. Think about that. But I get it if it was footy cards of some sort, but Tanner Smith now. Now round to the left, and here's a good pass here. Khan Pereira, he's quick. Adam Dewey caught out here. Khan Pereira through the middle. He did it first Dragons. Can he do it against Tigers? He'll take the tackle because one of his fellow attackers unfortunately ran in front of the line. It would have been a interference in the defense, unfortunately. Pereira is going to score 3 tries. If he keeps playing like that, oh my God, what a run. Warriors now. On the 10. Third tackle. It's a good tackle. They're not too far away now. Fisher Harris. He just takes them on again through the middle here. Harris to Vita will stand and play the ball. Egan. Now over to Martin. Martin with the pass. We got another try for the Wires. I feel like that was borderline forward, but they're not going to call it. It's going to stay a try, legends. I think Tigers are a little unlucky with that one. I'll have to see the replay. But it's 14-0 now to the Warriors with a kick to come from in front here. And this is becoming a game in danger of being extremely one-sided. It could be over by half-time. Well, they're performing for you Warriors at home right now. They're doing it proud. The ball, okay, it's more line ball, but it was definitely tight. Yeah. No, that's fine. That's fine. It's line ball. It's a try. There you go. Beautifully timed. Over to the right there. And just flying on through there. It is number 3, Ali Leatua. And Adam Popper they'll take the kick from the side. Maybe one day, Petra. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. You know, there is a PNG team coming into the comp. Benji Marshall looks completely unimpressed at the moment. If the Wires did not score, if it stayed a 0-0, I would have got my first try scorer correct. I said Ali Leatua. Ali Leatua. That's all good, Legend. You still got your try scorer correct. Now, Pompey from the side strikes it, and he doesn't get that one. It's 14-0. To put in perspective, it would be 18-0 right now if they had managed to get their 2 kicks, Legends, which, you know, it's nothing crazy, but it would definitely look better than the 14-0 right now. Not that 14-0 isn't an acceptable lead. It's great, actually, right now. The Tigers just not performing. To be fair, though, the Warriors are taking advantage of being that man up at the moment here. It's deserving man up, but still, it's got to be taken into account here. I'm not complaining, but still, you're right. Of course. It's just how it is, isn't it? It's just how it is, Legends. And it's Bishop Harris bringing the run out again here, over to the 20. Make sure if you're enjoying the stream, Legends, to hit that like button and subscribe if you're new. Leka Halasima to Egan. Round the right here. What a movement. Egan now. Tanastoa Smith here with another run through the Warriors here. And it's just going to be 5th tackle, I think. The Warriors, not too much done in this set here. To a Pinky, the one to receive. Last play here for the Warriors. Harris Tavita. And the Chasers, there's so many on that 10 now. And it was brutal for the Tigers, but they do manage to get it. Dream the Dream Builder, Mick Creamy, of course, there's been a lot of talk. There was a lot of talk about his future before he committed to the Tigers. Of course, his talk about his future was also always a lot more behind closed doors than what's going on with Luai. That stuff just popped out of nowhere, didn't it? And we'll have to wait here, but 20 minutes into the game so far, heading into it, Jerome Luai, and I quote, said in an interview talking before it, we haven't played at our best for a real long time, and he's not wrong about that. The West Tigers have not been playing at their best as of late, and tonight hasn't really been the difference, at least not in the opening 20 minutes. The Warriors now, and they're just in a mood where every set they do could be a try-scoring opportunity the way they're playing here. There's no moment of rest here for the West Tigers defense. Stafford Toa with another tackle. Toa, of course, on his way out of the Tigers after this year. Kind of like Luai. Tyler, Tigers fans want to play finals footy this year, and they could. Oh, but that me and my big fat mouth. Leatua down the left here. Beautiful run. Halasima. Now we go to the right. Martin. CNK through the hands. It's a dummy. Stepping around. CNK again. Charles Nickel Croxton. He's held up. He's held up on 4th tackle on the line. Done in the air here. Beautiful from Makasini. Now kicking it to the left field. They take the kick here. It's a good one. But the Tigers managed to collect here. And the defense of the Tigers paying off there. Sunya Taruva now with the step and go. And it's going to be a penalty for the Tigers here. And the game's not done yet. It's not done yet at all. But the Warriors firmly deserve the 13-plus lead they have at the moment here. The Tigers haven't looked like scoring at all as of late. Yeah, Jerome Luai and the PNG Chiefs, Petra. Are you nervous next year's Melbourne backline? when am I now not nervous? Melbourne every year has always been given the means to have a better side than most. Of course, the Storm are obviously going to be scarier next year, but so are a few teams. Dragons are going to be scarier next year. If Para bag Luai, Para are scarier next year. That's just a fact. Yeah, I think a decent few teams are scarier next year, but Storm are one. Luai, now over to the left of Fire here, just leaving himself. He didn't want none of that, mate. Don't you even try to hand it to me, he says. Bunty Afoa, waiting on the side to come on, Legends. Not too long now until he's due to come back. Alex Twal gets to the 40. Fourth tackle. Dway. Terrell May and Bunty Afoa is officially back on the field. And Dway, last tackle. Hits it in the air. Buller coming in tight. Buller, Warriors. It's all backwards here from the Warriors, and the Warriors get it. The West Tigers, I think that they thought for a second they may get the ball. Nah, not going to happen. Well, Jared Hayward, Legends, officially on the field, getting his NRL game tonight here. Congratulations to the young man. Came out of Penrith, according to Channel 9. Schoolboys representative here. Well done to him. Now to the middle. Downfield with possession here, and on the 10, the Tigers collect. And they're allowed to rest here, the West Tigers. Sunya Taruva packing it up on the 20. Tigers first is Stefan Toa. Background. West Tigers. What on? Excuse me, Channel 9? Excuse me, Channel 9? May have just been my error. Channel 9 completely blacklined for around five seconds there. Crazy. Kick from Dewey. Tigers, Warriors collect here. Luai not really chasing it properly. Now back through the middle here, the Warriors. They shift the surface of the sky here, and they're going to get to 25 meters. It's been a good bit of defense here from the West Tigers. 15 minutes left on the clock in the first half, and we have a Warrior staying down, Legends. I repeat, we have a Warrior staying down, a silly dilly billy. A Warrior is down for the count. He's staying down. Just taking a look at him, Tane Tuapiki at the moment here, the fullback for the Warriors, a young lad, always showed a bit of potential. Kind of gives me that current mold. There's a wave of fullbacks coming in at the moment where they've got this thin aesthetic. Pappenhausen had it. Walsh kind of had it. Tuapiki has it. The Gold Coast Titans fullback has it, though for some reason I'm forgetting his name right now, and I know that Titans fans I know would be like, how could you forget his name? But yeah. Keanu Kitty, there you go. Keanu Kitty. Oh my God. That lost me. I lost that from my brain for a second. I think the Warriors are the best fan base there. They are definitely one of the best, Liam. I love the Warriors fans. Tigers first. Let's go. I'm having pizza. Awesome, rugby fella. Enjoy your pizza, all right? Tonight, we're having pizza. Background to Dwyer here. Dwyer round here. All right, now to Skeleton. 10 minutes within the 10 minutes within it. 14. Here we go. I don't know anymore. Tigers On to the 30 now. 3 tackles left in the set. Luai gets it to Fainu here. Fainu now. Fainu in. Fainu in here. I'm Fainu. I'm Fainu. Back round to Luai here. Now Luai finds Toa. Toa pushes them off. He goes alone. He can't get there. Last play here for the Tigers. Opportunity here for Dwyer here. Looping round. Warriors chases. Tigers score. Tigers score. Fainu. Fainu. That's right, legends. Fainu has scored for the Tigers. Samuela Fainu, to be more exact here. And it's 14-4 now. The Tigers on their way back. A bit relaxed, the Warriors, boys. Way too relaxed. What are you doing there in that kind of opportunity? You should not be rested. The ball just unlucky for them. The ball's extremely unlucky for them, actually, the way it bounces. I'm watching the kick here from Dwyer through the middle. It decides to do a complete 180 here, the Warriors. And he goes, I'm going to connect with this, but he doesn't even properly go to grab it. He just lets himself be pushed and then it's a try. Can't be affording to do that at the top of the rugby league ladder. On top of on top of not just the table, on the top of the game. This is the pinnacle of the sport. This is rugby league. This is the 17 teams. These 17 teams. You can't be doing that at this level, this grade. It's not good enough. And Vader, he played what was in front of him and took the opportunity on the neck of its heels. And now we go. Adam Dewey from in front here, looking every bit confident. The former South Sydney Rabbitoh, as the try is confirmed. A bit of trivia from our boy Rugby League history. Western Suburbs' last game in the NRL came against Auckland at Campbelltown, and Auckland put 60 on them. Well, I don't think that kind of performance is happening tonight's Rugby League history, but that is one heck of a factor that I did not know, legends. All right, if you want to know a bit of surprise history, this is always the bloke to ask. And Dewey takes it in. 6-14 now. Of course, that game was a while ago, but it's a good old bit of history. The two teams connected. Yo, Gago's going to the Broncos, am I right? Yes, Petra, Gago is off to the Brisbane Broncos. He started his career there, and now he's going to finish his career there. Well, at least he started his NRL playing career like his professional, because he made the, he played about, it wasn't that many games for the Broncos, but he did start there. And now with a kick here, Sunya Taruva, we carry on, legends. Those 6 points crucial here. And can you believe, with the dominance that the Warriors displayed starting out, that a converted try would put them just 2 points away from the Warriors? That's why just because you're starting dominant doesn't mean that you're going to finish dominant. Don't let it get to your head. You're not better than anyone. That's the facts of life. And just moving around. Polly, what a cracker! Polly to Dewey! Dewey is the cracker! Snap, snap, snap! The pickies on your shirt! Now to the 10 and 30, Luai, 30, a little birdie wanting the crackers to Bulla, to Fainu! Yeah, I saw that, rugby fella. Great stuff from the AFL lately. Dewey, great kick. Bullet chases, and the Warriors collect. Did it well here by Tuapiki. Khan Pereira. And the Warriors, they've allowed the Tigers to push themselves back into this game, and they're not going to let it go, the Tigers, or at least they're going to try not to from here on in. Don't let how you feel about something off the field impact it on the field. That's probably the big message from Benji heading into this game for the Tigers, or one of them at the very least. Egan, Bamonga, push back. Nickel Clockstad is a former Raiders player. He is. I still think it's weird saying that for Warriors because of the fact that he was my main memory of his best footy was with Raiders. So it is a little weird for me. But yeah, he was a Raider. And they move it back towards the 40, and it's a good kick return here. Dewey goes into dummy half as there's 10 minutes to go in the first half on the clock, Legends. And just a few meters short of the halfway line here. On the second now, they move to the left here. I still find it so hard. Like, CNK, yes, he's a Warrior properly, but like for me, he's just always a Raider. He's just always a Raider in my head. I don't know why. And we're going to get 6 again. Interference in the ruck here from the New Zealand Warriors. West Tigers, Bunty Afoa, played over 100 games for the Warriors, getting past to the 30. And Fado! He scored the try before, and now he's knocked the ball on here. He's telling them to challenge. And the Tigers, Luai's asking them if they're confident. They say yes. The captain has listened. Ladies and gentlemen, you have a captain's challenge. We're going up to the bunker. Just reviewing what we've been said. Low contact. Ball seems to be always on the head. Just looking to see if there is any separation. At the moment, I don't see it, but we can't be too careful, can we, as it makes contact with the Warrior. Is that a lack of possession there, right around the head area when contact is made? Yep, so's Aaron Clark. He's a former Titan, Petra. I remember loving him at the Titans. This is a tough decision for Chris Butler. I think that there's iframes in this one. I think it's a very tight call. I wouldn't be shocked if they say inconclusive evidence here, Legends. I would... Oh, no knock on. Challenge is successful. There you go. I'm shocked that they've called that. They didn't seem confident. I'm amazed that that angle has given them enough confidence to overrule the bunker, because typically those kind of angles don't give them any confidence to do such a thing. That's actually really good to see them being, brave enough to do that, the bunker. And here we go. The West Tigers, Legends, carrying on here. They've still got their full set. The challenge is successful. Sione Fainu, like Greg Marju, a little bit of hair, just a little bit. Buller to the right. Buller just pushing them off here. And Buller with wonderful attack there. Buller goes down now. Bulle. Last play. Hayward. If they get another try, this is massive. Luai. Long pass here. In they go. Kicks it in the air now. Are they onside, the Tigers? It won't matter. It's collected by the Warriors now, who are going to counter down the edge here. Pushes them off here, and it's a wonderful run now. Just gets it out of the danger zone here. And Alex Twal, just not really much of an aerial player, it seems, eh? Puts in the footwork, and the Tigers tackle each other here. It was a beautiful step and go. Warriors, again, they get over to the halfway line. It's only third tackle here. Genuinely impressive there. Loved the run from the Warriors just then. And the West Tigers now. Forced an error. Tackles error here. No look passes. They're just one of the biggest dangers in rugby league. You don't know who's behind you. What are you doing passing? Unless you're desperate, unless it's last play. Yes, I am, Petra. Yes, I am. Luai. Now over to Twal. Twal finds his way around here. Twal goes down on the 40. They keep looking for that pass. Dewey to Buller. Beats one, beats two, step down. And over from Carl Pereira. Dewey now kicks down short side here. Around he goes here. Pushed off. And he gets high tackle there. The Warriors. I'll tell you what, that was a great play there. That was a great play from Tony Tuapiki. Good fullback performance there. Pushing off Dewey. Kind of forced the tough tackle from Seifarth where he's gotten the second end of it. And now the New Zealand Warriors, probably with one of their best opportunities in over 10 minutes. Tapping it onto the halfway line here. 6 minutes in the first half, Petra. 6 minutes in the first half. Now to Egan here. And the meter's about to shift. We'll be talking of some of the stats, talking the game in the halftime show, legends, in just over 6 minutes. Valmunga to the 30 here, halfway through the set. And they were appealing for a forward pass, the Tigers. They won't get it. Warriors to Bicky through the hands here. Over to Pompey. Bombay couldn't get there. It's a kick here. Warriors and Tigers. And what a take. From Makasini here. And one of his big highlights as a junior coming in has been his high ball ability. And you a Queenslander? Technically, I'm a Victorian, but yes, I'm a Victorian Queenslander in the sense that I was raised as a Queensland fan and lover of Queensland in Victoria. And the family from Queensland that raised me. Luai. Twal. On the halfway line here at Campbelltown. Now gets it round here. They keep on pushing. Gets it 35 meters out now. They keep on pushing, Dwayne. Just looking for that pass around here. As Buller plays it to Hayward here. And that's a good tackle there from the Warriors. Wade Egan, what a solid player he is. Over to Dwayne now. Dewey just stepping around. Dewey just stepping around. Dewey. Can he Dewey it? Hayward. Now Seifarth. It's a kick from Luai. Is that played at? That could be a full set. The West Tigers. I could have sworn that was played at. I think that's a wrong call. I could have sworn that was played at. Can you challenge that? That is 100% played at. 100% that was played at. Hopefully the bunker uses some common sense. Yeah, 100% he plays at that. And then the tackle's taken. Yeah. Play the ball, successful. So Buller has to play it here. They're getting Jabari Buller. He has to play the ball here. They're making that the rule. Bro, Matthew Johns came to Port Moresby and I met him. Awesome, Petra. How was that? I hope you had a great time meeting Matty Johns. Now Dewey. And here's Paulet. Helped by Aaron Clark. Big opportunity here. Only behind by 8. Fainu. That's only tackle 2 here. Round to the left, Buller, Dewey now, Fadu, long pass to the left here. They step around here, Makasini, the Tigers, Buller, Twal. He looked for the pass. He couldn't find it. There's a drop somewhere, I think. It was knocked out. Yeah, it was knocked out. It was knocked out. Okay, and it's another set for the Tigers. Yeah, he's got the Marju hair. He definitely has the Marju hair, rugby fella. Okay, so the on-field ruling is that Warriors touch the ball and knock on. The Warriors are captains challenging, ladies and gentlemen. They believe that they did not. Let's take a look. Well, you can say what you like, but his arm... He reckons he wasn't rapping. He reckons he was rapping for the tackle. That's cool, legend. I hope you enjoyed your selfie. I hope they got your good angle. Well, that... And 12 gets it. It's live ball. Wouldn't the challenge technically be successful, but Tigers ball? Oh my God. Challenge is successful from the Warriors, but they lose they still don't get the ball. Oh my God. How? Their challenge is successful, but they're not getting the ball. Oh my God. That is wow. Wow. What they challenged was correct. The ruling was wrong. But either way, it's Tigers ball. A set restart again here. If I do a fresh set of 6 again. It's more like just a 7 tackle set, let's be honest. Hayward goes to dummy half here. Ball now to Luai. They kick way too early there. I don't know what they were thinking. And Kane to a pinky with it now. That was not the play to be made, Jerome Luai. And with multiple sets on the Warriors line, only 2 minutes on the clock in the first half here before we enter halftime, legends. He does back himself. And the fullback, he read that well there. It was a good run play through. Goes Clark with the tackles. I can try Petra, but unfortunately, it's a very poor time for me, 4 o'clock. I can do my best for you, Petra, but it's a very busy day Sunday for me. Very busy day Sunday. I'll be streaming the Cowboys girls game tomorrow. That one is likely, but I'll do my best with the men's game. It's just not going to be easy. Tigers now. And the Tigers here get themselves onto halfway. And look at that. They just push forward here, the West Tigers. A minute on the clock now. If they could get one more try before halftime, it would be massive for their stakes. Last play. Hayward moves it in well here. Just pushes it up here. A bit of action here. Buller to Seifaf. Makasini keeps it alive here. Seifaf again here. Warriors, I think, got a touch on that at some point. I think they missed it. I'm pretty sure that was I'd challenge if I was Tigers. I know that there was a hit from the Warriors. Oh my God. That was completely missed. Yes, I am, rugby fella. Yes, I am. So I can't do the Parry game. So I can't, of course, do the games tomorrow because I'm going to Allianz. Can't do the men's games tomorrow because I'm going to Allianz, unfortunately. Not unfortunately. I'm going to get to beat the Roosters. Looking to go in for the big shift here, and that'll be halftime. And there we have it. Yeah, appreciate it, Petra. Oh my God. Oh my God. And there we have it. Halftime here at West Tigers' home stadium, Campbelltown Legends, and the West Tigers will be trailing 6-14. Not the result they would have wanted. A very poor first 20. Lucky for them, they picked it up in the last 20 and managed to put themselves in a position where they do have momentum at the very least heading into the second half. But they're going to have to switch on. They can't start the way they did in the first if they want the hope of finishing this game off stronger. The Warriors, a massive effort. We just want to focus on plot. That's the censored version, I'm going to say, of what Khan Pereira has just said. The New Zealand Warriors Legends, just a bit too much for them. A smidge above the rest in this game. And credit where it's due to the Warriors. They were the deserving leaders at halftime. That opening 20 they had was extremely dominant. Of course, Fisher, Harris, Khan Pereira, and Leatua, the try scorers tonight for them. We also have our singular try from Fainu. If you want to know which particular Fainu, it was Samuela Fainu. Thank you very much. If you want to know which particular Fainu, yeah, but it was Samuela Fainu. Thank you very much, Legends. If you take a look at the stats heading into this one here, oh my God! How? One second, I have to make sure these stats are correct. Excuse me? I'm resetting the NRL. There is no way. There is no way. I hope you Legends know that if these stats are correct, this is completely a statistical phenomenon, this game. 95% completion rate to the Tigers. 95%! Discipline, I guess, is what has gotten them in the end here, giving away too many penalties, a couple silly offloads. But how do you complete at 95% and be behind by more than 6 points? How? Statistically, this season, oh my goodness, that's the Tigers. That's the Tigers for you. I've triple checked. The app ain't trying to lie. They've completed at 95%. I'm actually astonished. Warriors 85, to be fair. They haven't, it's not like the Warriors haven't completed well, but 10% more. 95%! And they've got this as the scoreline! Maybe they really are as cursed as Parrot. Oh my God! I appreciate it, Petra. I've seen. I think that I have with that completion rate. I don't think, statistically, the best of the best wouldn't be able to beat them. What? They pretty much, based on that, they've pretty much completed everything. Based on that, they've pretty much completed everything. And they were a man down during a period as well, Legends. I want to point that out. I've never seen a halftime completion rate that isn't the Roosters, where I think they had 100 in the first half or something at one point. It was Panthers, something like that. But I've never seen the Tigers with such a high completion rate. To be doing this, I understand that it's the Tigers Rugby League, fella, but oh my God. The Titans would have beaten even though they on 95%. I think anyone could have done it 95% and not beat it. I've never seen a team hurt themselves so little and have that be the scoreline against them. I've just never really seen that. That type of scoreline does not match the completion rate I am seeing. The dominance that the Warriors opened up with does not match the completion rate I am seeing. This is insane stuff right now. And I feel the gears, the cogs moving in my brain, trying to comprehend what has just been shown to me on my little phone screen. What on earth is that? What on earth? It's going to be Storm Titans when Titans are going to finish at 95%. You watch. Oh my. But yeah, okay. I guess we'll discuss that. 95%. Yeah. The Tigers showing through that they're a bit unlucky to be where they're at. A bit unlucky to be where they're at. What? I need to show that I'm not making this up. I need to show that I'm not. Where is it? There you go. 95% legends. 95%. 95%. It's been a rough time for the Tigers fleet. Not as rough as their 3 straight wooden spoons. They were going for their 4-peat, chasing it down, weren't they? Been a bit since they've gotten their win. Their last win came against the Titans in round 15. It was 36-28. It was actually a really good game. They then went on to lose 36-22 against the Dolphins, ironically, before then losing to the Knights, the Dragons last week, which, by the way, was quite surprising. And then now, as it stands, the Warriors. And then they've got the Dogs, they've got the Rays, they've got the Eels. Like, they've got some tough opponents based on how they play over the coming weeks. Yeah, but 22 out of 23 sets completed by the Tigers. Only 17 out of 20 for Warriors. How are the Tigers statistically better? That shows you the period that they went through. Because there is no way on earth the Tigers have that big of a jump on them statistically, despite what's been on the eyes legends. This kind of shows you how stats mean a lot, but also the game itself, watching it, means a lot too, because goodness me, the stats don't really reflect it, do they? What we witnessed in the opening 20. The Tigers were 4th at the start of the season. Yeah, they were really chasing being a top 4 team, weren't they? Beginning of the season, Tigers is like the number 1 team, and now come on. Exactly, Patrick, exactly. Beginning Tigers, their stats are number 1 Tigers, are the Tigers that are at the top of the table versus the score, that's the Tigers that's down below that hasn't won in a month. Tigers want the spoon. Oh, what a battle that is, rugby fella. The West Tigers, we got to be like an announcer. The West Tigers want the spoon. But luckily, the Dragons are 17th. Sorry, Dragons fans, but the Tigers are coming for your status, your title, your spoon. Just might be theirs. The Tigers versus the Dragons. Coming to you soon. And honestly, I be there. Or be spooned. The wooden spoon, that is. The wooden spoon is... Nah, in all seriousness, the Tigers, they won't get the spoon, but like they are playing dreadful. Broncos are at a risk right now, aren't they? Broncos, Titans, technically Eels are at a risk, technically, but I don't see Eels dropping below Dragons personally, in my opinion. But that's also coming from a Para fan, so let's keep that in mind when I say that, but I don't see it personally. I can't emphasize that enough. Personally, in other news, how can we be 19 rounds in and the Storm are in 11th? The Bulldogs are in 10th. Raiders, arguably the best team of last year, are in 13th. The Broncos, that won the entire thing, are in 16th. Like, perspective, legends. Perspective. How are the Broncos went to premiers last year and now they're 16th? I honestly don't know, man. I've started to stop questioning it. I think the Broncos are an anomaly. I don't think we can actually explain the Broncos. I think the Broncos can't even explain the Broncos. I think they're like in their own little world, their own little world. I'm just waiting for Reece Walsh to jump off in a balloon into the land of Oz with his little dog Toto. How are the Broncos went to premiers? Nobody will ever know. Yeah, Broncos, Raiders, Storm. Like there's a lot of teams that haven't had the year that was expected to come from them, but nonetheless, honestly, the Tigers better hope that they get a couple more wins on the board in the next probably month of footy, because the Roosters, the Cowboys, and the Panthers will be an absolute pain to take on late into the season in their final three, as those three will be looking to be in finals by that point. And the Tigers, well, I'm not so sure if they will be if they don't win that month coming up. Yeah, well, the women's Broncos have been consistently the best NRLW team or one of, so it's no shock that they can play better than the boys. No shock at all, actually. Petra says Eels is sitting on the ladder at 12th or 13th, so she just yeah. Unfortunately, we're actually sitting in 14th. You upsold us too much, Petra, with 12th or 14th or 13th. Nah, that's all good, legend. Nah, it's fine. It's fine. Nah, it's not. Look, let's be honest. Nobody thinks it's fine with Para. You know, our drought, everything. Nobody else fans I think that's fine. But, like, you know, pick the right places to be upset, eh? Like, ultimately, we've been unlucky this year in a lot of ways between conversions and injuries. I just think there's enough for me to keep the faith for next year. Personally, I believe in them. I believe in them. I believe in them. It'll happen. We'll be back one day at the top. TJC at the top. Well, the Broncos are 2-0 because they're the legends. They're the legends. Hear the legend of the Brisbane Broncos. Good girls. The girls, they train seeking glory and fame. They climb to the mountaintop and earned the NRLW Premier name. Hoo ha. Broncos were men's 2 wins so far. Sweet. That's fine, Petra. Hey, I'm not getting mad at you for overselling us, all right? 1 second. Alrighty, let's get ready, legends. Second half. West Tigers. Can they do it? Can the Tigers come back? Everyone doubted us when we were 16. Everyone doubts when people are down below. That's how it is. To be fair, I think when Storm were down low, I think people were just enjoying that a team that didn't know how to be low was being low. But, like, ultimately, yeah, no, of course people doubted. So, anyways, here we go, legends. The Warriors. 14. The Tigers 6. Second half underway at Campbelltown Sports Stadium. Once this second half is wrapped up, of course, we'll be done with the stream for tonight, legends. I hope you've enjoyed it so far here. Make sure to hit that like button to show your support. Over to the 20 now. Let's step and go. Just looping round right. And there's an error selected there. Picking it up, the Tigers. Like I was excited when Penrith were last place last year. Yeah, exactly. You were excited when Penrith were last year. That's how it goes. Cypher. When the really good teams down low, people are going to enjoy it because their teams are probably not been around that, have been around that point consistently. Tigers. To Dewey. Hits it away. The Warriors defense out with it, unfazed. Putting the shot down here. This would be it. Dewey for the pointer here. Luai links up and it's beautiful there, but unfortunately the Warriors collect. It's a double. It's a knock-on from the Warriors. And that was a lovely set piece between the Tigers and the Warriors here. Beautiful to see. Dewey, Luai, absolutely brilliant. Just the sliding deep there. We're not going to be around the bottom four next year. Of course you're not going to be. Of course you're not going to be, legend. Honestly, that pass, though, from Adam Dewey to Jerome Luai, the skipper, was absolutely brilliant to watch. I'm actually in awe right now. The start of the season and conceding 50. Yeah, conceding 50 to the Rabbitohs. That's both impressive and not. For the wrong reasons, honestly, legend, why it's impressive and not impressive. And well, the Warriors 15 short here from the 40. Fourth tackle here. Great run. Warriors through the middle here. Snapping them apart here. Make the wish here. Down to the right. A bit of a dummy. Leah Tower. Tower couldn't find it. Egan. Now to the left. Harms combining. Tamari Martin. Mesmerizing stuff here. He'll play it, and on the 10-meter line, they'll kick it to the right. The Warriors, Tigers can't afford anything too crazy, and Makasini, is that a knock-on from Makasini? I'm not sure if the Warriors did knock this on in the air from the first angle I saw, but... yeah, there was an initial touch there by the Warriors. Hard done by, though. Yes, you will do... oh, yeah, you conceded 50 against the Panthers. I forgot that. You did. Ashley Klein. Look, were there moments that cost the series? Potentially. But honestly, I don't think it's worth my breath to say anything about Clyde. The Blues, they get this series. They can be sore winners. Who cares? Next series is all that matters now to me and the Maroons. And that's all that should matter for us. Let the Blues feel the moment of this. Latu Fadu. On the halfway line now, Luai, thank you. Beautiful pass there. They'll just push on in. Gets into contact, ducks the head in. Alex Seifer doing it. Oh, I'm not sure what the idea was there. I think that's a knock-on from the Tigers. Oh, yeah, the error there. The best try was not a try anyway, moving on, focusing. Yeah, the best try was not a try, but we do move on, rugby fella. We do move on. I'm just realizing that you meant the best try as in best himself, Bradman Best. I was thinking the best try, like which try was the best in the game, and then I went, oh yeah, Bradman Best. Both, two things can be right. Best for the best. Of course I'm right. I'm a legend. Clark. Injury scare late in the first half for him. the Warriors here. Fisher Harris, he scored the first try, speaking of first, of the night. Good play of the ball here. Egan turns on the inside here with Pompey and just shifting him. Pompey will play it. Over, charging forward, Fisher Harris here. Fisher Harris. Play the ball here. Warriors to the left. It's a kick low. It's a grubber kick here. And the winger may have been taken out here. I think that's a penalty for the Warriors. It's a penalty for the shove. It's never a penalty try. The fullback was always getting the ball within the proximity, but it is absolutely it. Bro, do you watch World Cup? Yes, I do watch the World Cup when I don't accidentally sleep in, Petra. I was actually devastated with the Australia versus Egypt result, but we carry on. Fun fact, I was meant to do 3 streams that day, ended up only doing 2, one NRLW, one men's. Unfortunately, the middle game was Dragons Tigers last week. Wasn't able to do it because I was honestly an absolute wreck. I was so tired because I'd half stayed up for Australia versus Egypt and just did not have the ability to do it, because if I had gone on stream for Tigers Dragons, it would have been I'm too just like I would have just been snoring on the stream. Don't worry, we will be streaming the Rugby League World Cup here on the channel since we're a Rugby League channel. But I do watch the FIFA World Cup. I personally think that France or Argentina will win it, but I would love to see one of the others get up. I would love to see Norway win it, but like, let's face it, the world will blow up if that happens. Last play here, Tuapiki. A huge kick to the left, Tamari Martin. There's the chasers. Around here, and that will be a penalty? No, it's just play on. Because they went to penalties. Me too, Petra. It was a real heartbreak for Australian fans across the globe, but we'll see you in 4 years when these players are more developed. You watch Geordie Boss, Aaron Kunda, Toure, one of our strikers, Patrick Beach. You wait. We've got a lot of players developing for the future. And the Tigers on 5th tackle here, 32 meters gained here, going to hit it to the right. Honestly, I didn't enjoy watching Egypt at all, but like GG, like they got the win. Good on them. Gets it away, Carl Pereira. Almost did again. Harris Tavita into dummy half. And the Warriors just pushed back in it here. Yeah, Ronaldo and Junior out. All that's left is Lionel Messi. Another run out from the Warriors. Over to the right here. Pushing them off now. CNK now. Chance Nickel-Klokstad. In he goes. Who's your GOAT, Messi or Ronaldo? I don't think that it's fair to compare the two legends, but I do think Messi's had more longevity in terms of age comparison to what he's doing at the age. I think Lionel Messi's who I prefer, but if I were to tell you who's the GOAT, I don't think that's right to say. I personally think if I had to pick, I'd go with Messi, but ultimately Ronaldo went to more leagues and scored more goals, but Messi kept up the consistency for Argentina and Barcelona like no other person's ever done at his age. So for me, I'd go Messi, but I think in terms of achievements across the world, you'd go Ronaldo. For me, personally, though, it's a legend being compared to a legend. Now to the left here, Card Pereira stepping around here, and the Warriors hurting the chances of this comeback here. Card Pereira, they've been trying to stop him all night here. There you go. 18-6 now. New Zealand on top. Well, Kane and Bellingham are both England. But Messi and Mbappe, you've got, Haaland for Norway is pretty good, but he's not an established older player. But neither's Bellingham. Bellingham was part of the Haaland generation. Loffy will get 4 tries, says Rugby Fella. Well, he's halfway there, isn't he? He's halfway there, legends, on his way to getting it done for him. Absolutely beautiful pass over to the left, by the way. Khan Pereira, bit of a sidestep there, and in he went there. Absolutely wonderful stuff from Khan Pereira. And the New Zealand Warriors just waiting to make it 20 on the clock potentially here. 11th try tonight in his career. He scored his 10th and 11th. Hasn't had too many games for them in this being his first season, but ultimately he could become one of their big wingers for years to come. His age plus his ability here, you know, Khan Pereira. Now, from the moment I watched this boy play for the Titans, I knew he was special. His speed, his attack, his ability to get on that ball, the way he receives, just wonderful stuff here. I'd like to point out that his stats for the Titans speak for themselves. 54 games, 53 tries. Warriors, 9 games, 11 tries now. If you want tries, if you want a player that's going to take advantage of the opportunity when it's given to them, you want this man from Lismore. Khan Pereira. And now from the sideline here for the Warriors to make it 20. Bro, I said Pereira's going to score 3 tries. There you have it. 2 so far. And now they've got it. They've got it. It's 20. It's 20, legend. It's 20-6 now. The big old 20-6 in the 2026. The New Zealand Warriors, let's face it, throughout this game, despite what that completion rate, that's a complete lie, I have to imagine. You absolute muppets for allowing yourself to complete that high and not be in front. Goodness me. Ultimately, the Warriors have been the better team of most of this game so far, and that shows. Doesn't mean that the Tigers haven't put up their points at any moment in this game, but they just looked really flat, in my opinion. Hearing talks of a Luai shoulder potentially. Maybe. We'll see on that. Maybe it's just a thing where players seem to get injured right before they sign for Para. Luai grabs by the legs. Hooks him up. LaBam goes LaBam into the line and smashes the Tigers over here. Plays it 12 short of halfway on third tackle. Now to a peaky. That's a nice little bit of work pushing around on the halfway line here, and he'll accept that one. Promotes himself forward. Fisher Harris. Now the halves combining. Blam. Pompey. And here comes the points here. They reach the kick to the right. Imagine if Luke Lee scores against this forward side if he's spot on. Oh, it would be great, legend, but it's hard to see. Tigers knock on, and Egan takes prime advantage for Warriors. 24-6 here. Oh, no. 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 And the New Zealand Warriors, well, you can wrap that in a little bow and throw it under the tree. Waiting. And I rate this gift a 9 to the 4. Bullard just dropping the ball there. Hit back, and Egan just sprints through. There's not even much of a chase there from them. And what a minute. What a minute. And it's definitely a touch. Yeah, it's the hand from Buller off the pass back. So unfortunate. All the footy in front of it. And Egan, legends, one of the NRL's most underratedly consistent hookers. On Kayo, it says 22-6. Oh, well, it's not 22-6. It's 24-6, but it will be 26 soon. How much time left? 26 minutes left, and they're about to get 26 points in a moment. That's a funny omen, isn't it? And it would be one of the best Campbelltown comebacks for the Tigers if they can come back from this. But at the moment, Warriors, I think just too much ability in their tank against them here. Not sure if there's a double knock-in. I think they're looking for something, but they're not going to find anything. That's a try. I want the bye to beat the Dragons, but didn't. No! Oh, one of the saddest moments in rugby league that the bye didn't beat the Dragons. 26 minutes to go, Petra. 26 minutes to go. 26 minutes to go, Petra. And we can all relax. The green light is there. So Wade Egan gets the try. It's all official now. 76% in his career, 100% tonight, Harris Tavita. With the kicking duties from the side here. He didn't start as the kicker tonight. Adam Pompey started. In the city that we love. Don't worry, Tigers fans. If you close your eyes, it's almost like the score's still only 14-6. You just got to keep them closed. It's almost like nothing changed at all. Unfortunately, though, you don't. If you open them, you'll see that it's a wonderful 20-point lead to the Wars at Campbelltown Sports Stadium. They're playing a Blues ad, and that's actually really hard to watch. Sorry. They're playing a New South Wales Blues ad. That was hard to look at. Really hard, actually, to look at. And the Tigers, they've got it. They've gotten the short kickoff. Now Buller. And Poulet. He charges inside here. Put a hold on him. He can become the new Orange Rhino. Background Luai here. I can't believe we're off the best player I watched for the game for the bye. That's why. Why? I know once went off. Unfortunately, there was no ability to do anything in that game. So what did you expect of the bye? The Dragons clearly some officiating went in their favour. I'm sorry, but that call got hit up here and then they completely missed it and allowed the try. I mean, even the bunker didn't take a look at it. Was on the ground completely. Links up with Dewey on the left here, the West Tigers. And they're going to stop him a couple meters away. Warriors win a premiership this year. They could. Now it's with May here. They did well here on the fifth tackle. They're on that 10-meter line. Dewey, Tigers kick in the air. West Tigers, can they do it? No, they cannot. They cannot. Liam, I would absolutely love it if the Wars won this year. I would absolutely adore it. I unfortunately can't go live when I'm in Allianz, but I will probably put up a poll for you guys to vote on, and I will talk all about it. You will see a vlog, Petra, I do on the channel for those games. People can check those out on the channel. We recently did one for the Manly game that came out, I think it was yesterday, that I would recommend to people to check out. It was a great fun time. That had the privilege of being part of the pre-game for the match as a very loyal member. And the Warriors, too short. They let it bounce on the 10-meter. They tried to do a short dropout. Went short. Went too short, actually. They cut the tail halfway, and there was still a tail there. But Ooh, are they serious? Okay, they've called it. All right, they've called that it's okay, legends, and the Warriors are they're gonna say the Tigers let it out. Ooh, that's a rough call against the Tigers. It's a rough call against the Tigers. The Warriors now. The wide pass cutting down through the middle now. Finds it. Murata Diakore, the 2022 NRL Grand Finalist. Over to the right, play the ball here, and there was a touch by the Tigers and out of play. The Warriors will be getting the ball back here shortly. And with 22 minutes and 40 seconds on the clock here, every second counts for the Tigers at the moment here. The Warriors, though, well, every second counts for them too, but in a different way. Any more tries and they're just rubbing salt into the wound at this rate. Tigers are chasing back, not conceding another one. And beautiful down the short side here, Tanastoa Smith. And how did miss right in front? I don't know. I've always thought that was one of their better players. But unfortunately, maybe he had a bad leg or something. I noticed that he was rubbing it before he got the kick. So maybe there was issue there, a bit of tightness. I'm not sure. But yeah, just missed it, I guess. The Warriors, what on earth happened there? It was a Warriors knock on. You're letting them keep it. Rugby League God strike again. The Tigers collect the ball here. I was going to say, that was a knock on. What are you doing, referee? And now down their right side here. And they just keep on taking with us here. The Tigers onto the 30. Well, if they don't score inside the next 10 minutes, I think it's going to become fully out of reach for them, to be honest, if they don't score one or two in the next 10 minutes. West Tigers here, and it's 6 again for them. That's just what they needed here. Finally, a little bit of that first light. Maybe they can run in for it now. On the halfway, Tigers to the left. Jerome Luai. Come on, show a bit of what you'll do with the blue and gold when you hopefully agree to join Para for a year. Twirl around. Twirl, there's a bit of a twirl. He's a little bit of a tinker twirl there. Over to the 40. 3 left in the set here. 50% of the way through. Tigers round the right here. Last try wins. Well, the Warriors score again. Yeah, it is pretty much game. To the left, Dewey. High kick in the air. Oh, my God. Oh, I don't think the Stars themselves could have gotten closer to that one. And 12 there. Did 12 think that he was... Yep, it's a full set. Tackle 0 off the Warriors legends. Luai to Dewey. Definitely touched by the Warriors, and that went forward, so it'll just be the Tigers now. Warriors in no rush to hand the ball over here because they know every second counts right now. They keep it from them. It does become a matter of last try wins 100%. Rugby fell over, another one goes in. To be fair, last try wins if the Tigers keep scoring, right? If they but the keep scoring, they've got to get scoring. So there's that too, legends, that we got to keep in fact that they've got to get scoring now. Jerome Luai now. Feeds it in on the 20. Dewey looking for the servers here. 19 minutes on the clock still, legends. 19 minutes. 19 minutes. Full set for Tigers. The dream commentary line for you fans. Alex Twal. Around they go, May! Oh, no, May! Why couldn't you let the ball stay? And he'll be wanting to cry because he's not okay. Hold up. Wait a minute. Something's not right. The Tigers have challenged. They're high-fiving. They're confident something happened. What? Ali pushes Jerome. That's the call. Ali has pushed Jerome Luai's their call. That's a crazy call, but that's the call. Okay. Got you. So they're saying he's knocking on, but it's a penalty because he's pushed. Got you. Well, the Tigers, I'd be arguing that a try has to happen here. Not because that I want to say that, oh, you can't win when there's 19 minutes to go, but they really do want the try here because they've still got to get 3 tries after Legends. Now it's with Twal. Twal will play it. Knight away. Dewey. Hayward around. They keep on pushing. Buller plays it. A sick play with it. Well, it gets to within 5 of the line here. Plenty of time in it. Need to get one here, the Tigers. What was that, Luai? What was that? We're not playing in the NBA. We're not playing baseball. You're not serving it. You're not trying to get them out. You're not trying to do the 3 strikes. You're meant to pass it backwards. Or, hear me out here. It's not last tackle. Hold the ball. And the West Tigers here, will hand the ball to the Waz, who on third tackle are already at their 30. If this is the set they win, oh my God. Bro, Spencer Lenu is the Eels very, very talked about as a likelihood, Petra. I'm thinking of a hypothetical where Jaden Sewer, Spencer Lenu, and Jerome Luai are added to Paris squad for next year, and I think, what an improved team. Martin running it on the last here. Getting the pass away. Tuapiki. Low kick. Tigers hit it back here. And that's nice there from the Tigers. Jerome Buller now smashes forward. Now round to the Fadu. Fadu again here. Well, second tackle. Tyler, Jerome Luai. That's okay. That's okay, Liam. If he joins us, it's only for a year, and I'm sure you'll grow to like him for the year. He'll be our fug. All right? He'll be our little troll. He'll do it with love for Para. Simple take out the back here to a peaky. I get it, Petra. Luai can be a bit of a unique personality to deal with. Like, I guess for people to watch because, he really stirs the pot. But he's an exceptional player that improves things. And I think it'll be great. I think it'd be great for Para, at least when it comes to our performance, the media performance. It's only for 27 Legends. Don't forget, we're not signing him for 10 years. We're signing him for a year. And if we make the risk on Peasant, who's more worth it? Luai, of course, Legends. I mean, he literally won. Yeah, he won it all with the Panthers. Yeah, no, he's been pretty great in person from my experience as women rugby fella. I'm excited. Somewhere in my house, I've got a Jerome Luai signed head. Somewhere. Buller underneath this one. Good chase from Warriors. Out they go here. Inside his own 20 here. The West Tigers. Now Skelton, and they just can't break through. Yeah, signed by him, rugby fella. Yeah, signed by him. I've got somewhere in this house a signed head by him. I got it all the way back in 2022, I'm pretty sure, but I got it a while ago. It's a long kick from the Tigers, and that's just cruel. It's slightly too deep. It's slightly too deep there. Oof. That one hurts. Yeah, I do play Rugby League 26, Petra. I do play Rugby League 26, but I haven't played it in a while. I haven't played it in a few months now. I very occasionally download it. I played it like heck when it first came out. Played it like heck. Shout out to Fanuapule, 142 metres gained tonight, the most on the field. Tank Tuapiki and Fisher Harris, though, making it up for the Wars, 135 and 138 respectively. Of course, the fullback has a little more, but, he's the fullback. Go next year at Hello World without Luai. Very, very interested. I'm interested. I mean, we've seen how they'll go anyways. I can't imagine it's too different. And the Warriors knocked the ball on here. 14 minutes on the clock, legends. The chances for the Tigers keep on getting fitter and fitter and fitter. And they get fitter without fail. The frustration, you can see it on the face of Harris Tavita after that one. And Warriors 1-12, which seemed to be the general consensus heading into this game. Oops, didn't mean to put that wrong tip. Most people going with 1-12 to the Warriors. Hasn't ended up that way. Last time the Panthers were at Bluebet Central, Luai was in the Panthers, I believe. Maybe? Probably, yeah. Probably, yeah. But that doesn't... I don't think they'll react too differently at Hello World without him, though I do agree with you. Luai. Now to Saifaf. Saifaf. Fending them off here. Saifaf through. On the 30 now. Pass back Luai. Jareem Bula. Bula now certainly with a good run onto the 20. Luai right now. Gets it to Makasini. They really wanted to do it there. And on fifth tackle here, they're going to give the ball away again. Warriors with the ball here, coming off their own line. Tane Tuapiki. 12 minutes on the clock now, legends. I repeat, 12 minutes. 12 minutes. Klukstad. He's in there. A forward as well here. Whoosh, whoosh, skadoosh. Wawoosh. Baboosh. Good old baboosh. Now to the 40. Now finds Tane Tuapiki. Wrapped up just inside Tigers territory here. The Warriors. Puts it across here. Links that one on. And the Tigers put him back here. Background to the right here. Taruva slots it away here. The Tigers. I bet you're excited for the Panthers' return to that time next year. Yes. Yes. Finally, the Panthers will play at their home. Their home, which isn't our home. Our home is our home. Okay. You get off at Parramatta Station. Combank is paradise. It is Paris home, and it always will be. You don't get up at Canterbury Station. You don't get up at Campbelltown Station, do ya? Do ya? You don't get off at Penrith Station. You get off at Parramatta Station in the city of Parramatta. At Paris home ground is where you go to. Taking to a picky. It's set up here, stepping around them here. Past the 40 to the halfway here. Oh, look out. Card Pereira on the left here. Here we go. Pompey taking off down the left edge here to try and go alone. And oh no, he loses the ball. No advantage coming out of that one. And we have exactly 10 minutes on the clock here. And I hate to say it to you, legends, But 16 points in 10 minutes for this Tigers team is well, it's comeback of the season type of talk. Covering it in there. What happened to Atenius Leslie? I don't know. Maybe he's injured. Rugby fella. I'm not sure. I'd have to think injury. Surely they didn't drop Atenius Lesniak. So Tigers scrum feed here. Dewey feeds the scrum here, and Luai Makasii, they run in. Luai. Now to the left. Bit of a step around here. Tyler, I think the Warriors have been disappointing. They've gotten the result, but they definitely haven't been at their best tonight, Liam. They could have been better. 100% they could have been much, much, much better than what they've been. To the right. And considering everything, it's unfortunate for the Tigers. You can really tell that they don't have Appy in the team, can't you? The way they're moving forward here. Now back round to the right here. They're putting all hands on deck for this last 8.5 minutes, the Tigers. Play to 80. That's what they say, right? Play to the siren. Dewey here. Got a really long kick here. It bounces and Shards just lets it go. Manages to get it off of the bounce now. And we play on. Breaking news, legends. Sione Fainu has got an issue, it seems. Concussion. I guess that's it, Petra. Concussion. He's injured a hammy. Damn. Well, that's why he's not playing. I was thinking there was an injury. I just wasn't quite remembering of what type. And the Warriors managed to get to the halfway. Now Dewey running out a dummy half here. Lines up. 7.5 minutes left. Bit of Friday night footy here at Campbelltown. What a classic. Now to Foa. Down the left with Luai. And it's a nice pass to Skelton. And that'll be wrapped up. Makasini goes into dummy half now. And May forward. Thanks, Waz. This is good for Melbourne. This is great for Melbourne. Charlie, can Para beat the Roosters tomorrow? I absolutely think they can. I'm saying with a very straight face here. Hear me now, Roosters fans. Para can beat the Roosters tomorrow. And we're gonna. I see you doubting. You shouldn't. Battle of the Fins tomorrow. I can't wait for Battle of the Fins, rugby fella. I'll keep up with the score on that one. Shards. It's a good hit on Buller here. They get to the halfway line now. Still 6 minutes on the clock here. Martin. It's another one for the Warriors coming up surely. LeBam passes through. And Healy, well, he'll just seal it once again here. It's 30 now to the Warriors, 30-6. And overall, a very underwhelming game from the Tigers on their home turf. The Warriors, the entire game, pretty much all over them. Not too much that can be said for the West Tigers in this one tonight here. It's been Waz to lose and win, and they've got it again here with another win. What a year it is to be a Warriors supporter. I'm not one of them. At least I can say I'm a Warriors admirer, though, legends? Rest in peace to Terrell May, though. Goodness me, what has he been doing tonight? What have the Tigers in general been doing tonight? Nothing of their personal accomplishments can really be praised tonight, legends. Nothing. Nothing. Second of the season, fourth of his young career in the NRL for Healy here. What is wrong with the Tigers? What is wrong with them? They don't even need to have bad stats to get obliterated. They just let it happen. They're like into it or something. Like, yes, Warriors, please smack me around some more. Yeah, easy kick. 32-6. My tips for the rest of the round, do you want to hear them? Sure, rugby fella. What are your tips for the rest of the round? Because if you didn't tip the Warriors tonight, well, you were very, very wrong. Very wrong. Very, very wrong. Very, 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 very wrong. I definitely tipped Warriors, but oh my God. It's just awful. I'm just trying to figure out what I witnessed. There is 4 minutes on the clock, Petra. 4 minutes. 4 minutes and 8 seconds. Every second counts and we can be over with this together. Oh my God. Warriors. Bravo. I don't know what to even say about the Tigers. Dolphins 13 plus, Roosters 1-12. Sorry, you just say. At least you're saying Roosters 1-12. I'll take that. It's just my opinion. Rabbits 1-12. Absolutely 1-12. Storm 13 plus. Fair enough. And we carry on here now, legends. Make sure if you enjoyed the stream tonight, by the way, guys, that you hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. We will try to be live tomorrow, but no promises, of course, because of my prioritizing of Para's game that I'm going to be going to live. So there's that, legends. But Warriors, 15 meters out here. Salute to Will's Warriors Premiers 2026. Hopefully, the Warriors are Premiers in 26. I pray for times like that. Please. If it's not Para, make it be the Waz. Now Harris DeVita to Martin. Aaron Clark here through the hands now. All good, rugby fella. 2 minutes and 55 seconds to go. 2 tackles left in the set 2. Amunga. Now Martin. Timon, Calm Pereira, Dewey through. Dewey got a boot on that. That should be a full set again. The ref really said no. Surprised the ref said no. Maybe he was trying to go easy. Playing advantage takes out a contest. You're kidding. You're kidding, sir. You're kidding me. You're kidding me. I am being messed with right now. Para Premier 2060. Ha. Joke's on you. Joke's on you, Wells. All right. We're not winning in 2060. We're actually winning in 2059. So get your facts straight. All right. I know it's a long time, but we are winning way sooner than you think. Yeah, when time is Broncos playing Broncos. Oh, Luai! Jerome Luai breaks through the line. Luai for the try. Can't get there. He's caught on the 10. The West Tigers, though, last try wins. Last try wins mentality here. Last try wins. The Broncos, to answer your question, legend, play not this round. They have the bye, Petra, but they play on the first day at 7:50 versus the Panthers next week. Seifert pushes him off there. 1:15 on the clock. Passes back Muccassini. The referee's going to blow the whistle and say that it's fifth tackle, go back. Luai kicks. Here come the Chasers, the Warriors, and he's caught in goal here. And exactly 1 minute to go now in this game, legends. And the New Zealand Warriors have sealed the victory. It's just about how the Tigers can finish. 6-32. And I've got a strange feeling that's probably going to be the final score in this game, however unfortunate that is. Damien says, never mind the Broncos, they gone this year. Fair enough, Damien. You got a fair point. They're out of here. They're not worth it this year. And we'll end this on 29 votes, legends. The West Tigers have lost. No, up the wires, 76%. Tigers at 24%. The Warriors just too much for them in this game tonight, legends. We got a captain's charge with 21 seconds left. We're almost wrapped up with this stream. What a stream it's been. What a fun time, as per usual, on the channel, legends. Go the Wires. Mean game. Welcome back, Fisher and Card. Oh, Fisher and Card have been absolutely brilliant tonight, Damien. Honestly, credit to them. The Warriors, though, they're looking deadly in general this year. I've loved pretty much every Warriors game. To be fair, I always love Warriors games, though. So, it's not like that's something new for me. But I think it is new for some people. The West Tigers. Buller to feed the scrum here. They want it in the back of the scrum here. Hayward goes to Dewey. Long pass. Warriors get it. Lerman, we got it. Warriors trying to run the field here. Takes them on here. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Kicks it. 1 second left. Puts it up with Clark here. It's a dummy here. This is the last play here. Martin kicks low. Bunty Afoa with a deliberate knock on here. Klukstad. Buller puts it dead, and that is full time. I didn't realize you were on. I enjoy listening to your call over watching many times. So appreciate it, Wills. That's all good. You don't have to know sometimes. That's fine. When you see me, tune in when you want to, all right? I love doing these, and I especially love when I see my boy Will in the chat here. Legends. If you enjoyed, make sure you hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. New Zealand Warriors, how about that? Completely dominating. They have taken over Campbelltown, and it didn't even matter how hard the Tigers played. They completed 95% possession in the first half, 84 by the end of the game. That is better than the Warriors, but the Warriors were by far the better team. How does that work? Well, legends, that's because there's more to the game than just how much you complete. To what you do with the completions as well. Too flat, too basic. The West Tigers look to next week, legends, where they hope that they can beat the Bulldogs, which isn't out of the realms of possibility, but it's also not an easy ask with the current run of form, especially being away from home. I'll see you guys in the next stream, legends. Some of you are new, like if you enjoyed. Let's go. Congrats, Waz. Better luck next time, Tiggy Tigers.